Water is a cosmic phenomenon. I have not spent years studying, but I do know a thing or two about nature. I have always observed things closely, and this is how things were revealed to me. And if I don't know, I ask. I get the answer, and then I follow it. I let myself be guided from above, but not by the people down here. You know, with the people down here, you have to be a little stubborn and not let them guide you, or else you'll be misled. Once, people thought that water or a spring was something almost sacred. Not today anymore. But there are no two identical springs. That's impossible. If you take two locations at the same altitude, 400 meters apart, then you will find different waters at each location. And that's why the subject of water is so difficult. Science simply reduces it to H2O, and that's a very convenient approach. But water has so much intelligence. It's amazing. So much more intelligence than air. But no one has ever researched it. If people, and scientists too, knew even just 1% of what there is to know about divine creation, the world would be a different place. And that there are still people who think everything began with a big bang. For me, this is terrible. And I often say, do these people still have a big bang in their heads? Water has a memory. It's important that one is allowed to help other people. We people are here on Earth, and there are 12 signs of the zodiac. There are always 3 signs that belong to one element. And Paracelsus, back in the 15th century, said already, if 2 people have the same illness, and one has a fire sign and the other has a water sign, then they need different medicines. This is so clear. Everyone understands this. When I receive thank you letters, I pass them straight on to God. For something wise can only come from being humble. But everything we pursue has its opponents. The short time we have on this earth is, of course, for us a time of apprenticeship. We are here to learn something. For the earth is a living being, you know, and so everything is actually interconnected. And I also have to thank my family and all the others, and God in particular, that this undertaking could have taken such a course.
After years of skepticism, science has begun to recognize him. In the year 2000, the Russian Academy of Natural Sciences awarded him its silver medal for achievements in science. The representatives of the Academy came to Austria because Granda has refused for some time now to travel far from home. The Russians have been experimenting with Granda's water in Moscow for several years and now believe that they are on the threshold of revolutionary discoveries. A year later, the Republic of Austria awarded Grander the Cross of Honor for science and art.
Imagine how much wood there is on the planet that could be used to make a violin. But the only person who could build a Stradivarius was Stradivarius himself. I believe that only Hans Grander can be compared to Stradivarius in the world of water. How long did homeopathy, whose substances are diluted to the point that actually only the information is retained, have to struggle for recognition alongside traditional medicine? And we are really delighted with the fact that several Austrians have already succeeded in resolutely pursuing ideas that don't correspond to the norm and establishing them against the opinions of the scholars. Today we have come together to honor Johann Grander for his achievements. His technology should serve to point the way for today's researchers, but also as a stimulus for the future. It should show that we are not yet able to completely analyze and understand nature, not even in the case of the most commonly researched medium up to now, water. So, this is a crazy man who invented something, maybe a charlatan. Possibly other strong words have been used. I can imagine all this very well. And in this context, it is especially remarkable that a Russian scientific institution would take an interest in your ideas and try to verify or refute them. And you, as well as the scientists from Russia, are to be congratulated for achieving a verification and a scientific proof. Therefore, your critics, who have not always treated you well, have been proved wrong.